Okay, so right off the bat, I am very late with this, and I might even do another one later tonight when I'm fucking wasted again. Uh, Part of my 1 week bender. Today's the last day, supposedly. Although technically last night was a small break. I say that, but I was still drinking in the morning part of that day, so. Having said that, I haven't had a drink for over 24 hours now. I was drinking for 6, maybe 7 days straight. That's actually pretty accurate. Like a full 7 days nonstop. I'm getting ahead of myself. I wanted to start off this one a bit different. But before that, I just wanted to say that my current head state right now, I don't really know how I feel about the past week. Just got back earlier today. It's been about 4 or 5 hours since I've arrived back at my place from Tokyo. I was there celebrating my birthday. I don't know how I feel, honestly. I felt a bit empty for the past 24 hours, but objectively the trip was good. So I'm kind of hoping right now I'm going to sit down and talk about this, and I'll actually figure out what my kind of head state around this whole thing was, but there's a lot to talk about. However, and I wanted to already have done this in the past minute and 20, but there's something. I was walking to the bar the one day, and this realization just. I had a realization about a realization. In this kind of. About a month or two ago, I read something somewhere. Someone posted something on fucking. I'm always doom scrolling. Something on Instagram. Religious people discussing religious shit, and people are quoting scripture at each other, having, arguments. But like, I don't know. It feels like it's almost like a contest of like who can say the most motivational shit, while still like, it's irrelevant. But the point is somebody quoted or. What does it matter? I don't know. I don't know who said it. I don't know what the context was. All I know is I read it, and it was the only thing I cared to remember because it was one of the most profound things I had read in a long time. And it's because it made me like, felt like I read that and it was meant specifically for me, which is obviously always a profound thing for anyone, but it was the second realization I had, like the other night, this past week, was why that was so profound for me. And it was the realization that I have lived the entirety of my existence telling people that I don't really have pride, and the reason being because I hate myself so much and I loathe everything about me, and I like, how could I have pride in something I am so disgusted in? There's nothing for me to be proud of. I'm not proud of anything I do, so I have no pride. My biggest problems were always the big 3 for me. Out of the 7, that was always, number 1 was always greed. But wrath was always a close contender, especially in those formative teen years, with lust trailing in the far behind. Envy comes and goes with like any normal person. I feel envy just like anyone does, but it doesn't consume me. Sloth and gluttony, maybe at one point sloth and gluttony were a bit more pertinent, but sloth is still always there, but it's maybe not. I wouldn't really say it's my biggest problem. I can definitely do stuff when it needs to be done, but for the most part, I do regress into a natural state of lethargy and just not doing anything. So it is still problematic. I would say it's not my biggest issue, though. And then when it comes to lust, it's like, okay, sure, I was an addict at some point and going like 3 hours a day nonstop, going until that shit chafes. And I'm not kidding about that. I've literally made it bled and kept fucking going too, by the way. I was demonically obsessed with things. I'm just chasing that high, just that those couple seconds of just sheer ecstasy, followed by just this unending void of hollowness and empty, just this disgust, just so despicable, and fucking disappointment, and feeling so pathetic, but mostly just alone and hollow. And despite how horrible that sensation was and how long it lasted, and how I remember every single time, especially because it felt like time slowed down and it was just eternal. It just never ended. Those couple seconds of you're just chasing a high. It's like a drug addict. That's what I treated that shit like. It's crazy as how fucking insanely high my libido was, and despite all that, I somehow still managed to keep it in my pants, including all the times I go out drinking. It's like, fucking Christ. I'm getting sidetracked again, but I just want to quickly mention, it's like, I must genuinely hate myself to like a whole different kind, because it's like I'm talking about how it's like I want like a serious like normal woman, and I like, you know, I'm holding myself out, and I'm not looking for someone to like who's also like that. I just don't want your digits to be in the triples, you know. I'm really hoping you're singles, but you know, it's double, it's doubled. But having said that, every time I'm out there chasing, oh, you know for a fact she's got triples. And she fucking wears that shit loud and proud. And she'll be chasing me too. And it's so thrilling. And then I'm just like, what am I doing? Why am I here? But it's every single time, man. Every single fucking time. It's like I'm a fucking bloodhound for these girls. It's so infuriating, man. If I asked them to, they very likely would just fuck me right there and then too. It's like I could get it done one night like that easy. Hell, I've had multiple. Sorry, on the time and the place. Back to the whole discussion of my sins. It's like lust has always been a problem, but it's more like an addiction, something I've been chasing. Greed and wrath, though. Insatiable greed. I want and want and want and need and need and need. Everything is perfect. I'm constantly chasing and needing more and more and more. Nothing's ever enough, and I just want that. And then the wrath aspect, it comes and goes, but when it comes, oh my God, is it blinding. It's just this violent rage that kind of just is all consuming. Pride. There were moments, but it only came with certain dissociative parts of my mind. It's like the most wrathful and vindictive ones, the most like greedful ones, were the ones with the most amount of pride, even if they hated themselves. But it was there. But of course, it's the one shade of it that was like the most prideful, because it's like two sides to that coin. The best version of it is the fact that it's like it sees me as like this immutable, weak, pathetic nothingness that needs to break free of its own moral shackles in order to do what needs to be done and evolve, become better, become what I'm supposed to be. And so needing to push myself to do horrible things in order to grow a spine, I suppose, and become strong enough to do what needs to be done, and keep pursuing that. And that kind of, it's not really narcissism, but it's just like this unending knowledge that I am just better than you in every conceivable way, and I shouldn't be. And it's disgusting to watch you fail so much when you have so much potential, and I need to see you become something more. And then the worst version of it being that I am the greatest, you are inferior to me in every capacity, and you should just let me be in control, and I can just be a horrible, horrible, horrible person and do terrible things and all these other things. But you know what they say about stars and shit. Twice as bright, half as long. Like just gargantuan levels of, it's just the hubris, the grandiose, massive. So it's always short-lived when it comes narcissistic for about 10 seconds before it just completely fizzles out and implodes, because it's just so extreme. This guy wrote something. I can't believe I'm getting up to this 9 minutes in. This was supposed to be in the first minute, by the way. He writes, "Are you so arrogant that you too believe yourself beyond forgiveness?" I think he phrased it exactly as, "Are you so arrogant that you believe yourself to be unworthy or beyond like forgiveness or God," or something like that. In terms of my religious standpoints, I'm agnostic. I have my reasons. I grew up in a Catholic household, though, just for clarity. I'm not a very spiritual person, but I do mean it when I say I'm agnostic. I just genuinely believe it's beyond any man to tell me or dictate whether there is something out there or not. You can't confirm it, nor can you ever deny it. So it just kind of is like a state of superposition for me. You know, maybe it's real, maybe it's not. I'm not going to force myself to believe it just because of something like Pascal's Gambit. If I'm going to believe, it's going to be out of a genuine sense of belief and not because I'm desperate to hold on to something to give me hope or faith. I need something to give me strength, or I just want to feel like I'm not alone. It's like if I'm going to believe, it's because I do believe, and not because I'm trying to anchor my fate onto something else and some desperate plea to like push blame or try to like seek responsibility from another to do my deeds or something. So, but just the reading that kind of just hit me like a motherfucker, because I'm sitting there having to acknowledge the fact that yes, I'm exactly that. I am just so unbelievably arrogant that I genuinely believe I don't ever deserve forgiveness, even from I spent my entire life thinking I had no pride or anything of any sorts. Nothing, you know, lasting truly. It just these short bursts whenever it was convenient to my narratives. I think my entire life has just been a lie in regards to that. I think my biggest issue has always been my pride. I'm so disgustingly arrogant that I just can't fathom the notion that I could ever be forgiven, or I deserve it forgiveness, or I deserve happiness or something like that, because it's like I am just the worst. And my ego is so massively wrapped around that it's like, if anyone tries to convince me otherwise, it's like, well, what do you know? You are just some fucking dumbass moron. Like, why is a lesser trying to lecture me? I say that like it's a joke. No, that's how my mind genuinely feels and thinks. What a profound notion. And just kind of like that secondary realization of like, holy shit, I've always had like a profound sense of pride that I just didn't really recognize as being pride, because I assumed that when you're someone who's prideful, you're proud of yourself. You're happy with your own being. You are the best in your world, and everything's good and amazing, and everyone's like inferior to you, and you're just this unstoppable force, or you're God's gift to mankind and all this shit. I never really could fathom that pride can manifest in capacity. It's so negative. You are the worst of the worst, and no one can be worse than you, and you can never deserve forgiveness because no one's forgiveness could ever reach your levels of depravity. You are untouchable. You're implacable. You're unforgivable. You're untemperable. You're immutable. And it's just, I don't know. It's profound. I don't really know what to do with this information, but it's there. It's now present in my mind, and I haven't really been able to shake it. And I was thinking about that while I was walking to the bar. I don't remember which night it was. I think it was my last night out, actually. Okay, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the whole thing. I went to Tokyo for the past week, and I went to go celebrate my birthday. It's the first time I celebrated in 11 years. Fucking Christ. 11 years ago. No, 12 years ago. The last time I had a party, so I guess that math is wrong. I was just thinking 11 years ago was like the first year that like it stopped being celebrated. And it was just kind of weird doing it again. And then I guess I kind of like overcompensate because I didn't just go for a day. No, I did it for a week, and I did it for a week. I'm not kidding about that. I had days where I was like, you know what, tonight I'll take a break. It's my birthday. I don't need to party every night. I can take a break. I can just have a day where I do nothing. Nighttime would come, someone would shoot me a message, and I'd be like, you bastard, I'm in. Fucking Christ.
Oh my god, I don't even know where to begin, man. It was fucking, like, just so much drinking. It was insane. And I don't really regret any of it, but at the same time, it's like that feeling of like still feeling hollow after it's all done. It just, hey, hey, hey. I don't really know what to do with the information. Fucking Christ. I went to the bars, went to some clubs that I've been to before, some new clubs. Went to some clubs I went only once at the very beginning of my time in Tokyo. I went to a club I went to on the very first night I came to Tokyo after the whole incident. My first night in Shibuya, I revisited that same club. The first night I ever went there was after the incident with, what's her nuts? Every time I think about her, it's like I can never feel like, it's always like, do I say her name, do I not say her name? I can never really get over that shit. Met a girl who looked very similar to her. That shit freaked me the fuck out, by the way. I was like having PTSD for half that night. Yeah, I was very uncomfortable during every interaction with her until the end of the night, because then I got really drunk. That was the same night we went back to the same club that I went to on the same night with the history repeats itself. That was also the night of the World Cup finale. And also, while I was at that club, I was there because of the other girl that I've been chasing, who is also like a mere reflection of she who should not be named. That night was kind of fucking insane, actually. Holy shit. My life is a comedy. And then the whole shebang with her, and I'm like, oh my god, and how big of a colossal fucking piece of shit I am in terms of just being human, not just so incompetent. I think I brought this up in the last one, but like my date with the girl and how that went whole down, and just kind of me realizing like, damn, I'm like so fucked up. I don't know how to like reciprocate affection in like a normal, healthy capacity. I was yeah, okay, I'll just continue on with this. I don't want to kill the flow. I'm out of chronological order, but it's whatever. We'll just fuck it. Fuck it, we ball. So this would have been what, the 9th to the 20th? That should have been the finale, because this would have been the night before my birthday. So the 19th, the 9th to the 20th, morning of the 20th. That sounds about right. Stuff that happened at the bar, and then that chick that looks similar. It's not really relevant. That chick came and went, got wasted. Met up with some friends, told them, hey, I'm gonna get us into a club, because the night before this is why I didn't want to go outside of order. I'm sorry, I'm killing the flow. Me not doing this chronological order is just gonna drive me insane. I apologize. I'm just gonna have to once again remember that I was talking about this before. Man, this shit's like filmed like the world's worst Nolan film. Everything's out of fucking time, but like, even more incoherent. Watching these is like trying to understand Tenet for the first time. Oh my god, I love that movie. I arrived on the 17th, I believe. We went out drinking, got wasted at the bar as usual. People were like, yo, a bunch of us are being invited to Shinjuku Atom. You want to go there? I'm like, I'm going where the party's at, my niggas. Get on the train, we go to Shinjuku Atom. I'm fucked up. Paid what, 3,900 yen to get in? I almost shot the fucking guy at the door after that. That shit pissed me the fuck off. Don't ever ask me to fucking pay that price for, like, seriously, I'm gonna, like, crashing out. I'm crashing the fuck out. Got more drunk. Somebody got me a drink or two. And then I'm dancing around. I was extremely drunk. I pulled up my charger for my phone because it was about to die, and then I forgot to close my bag because I was retarded and drunk. My wallet fell out of my bag, and I was looking for it on the ground, and then some guy was like, yo, what, you looking for your, like your wallet or something? I'm like, oh, yeah. How did you know? He's like, don't worry, bro. I found it. I'm like, oh my fucking god, thank you so much. We want to go to the Lost and Found at the front. The guys pulls out my IDs. What is your name? When is your birthday? Okay, here's your wallet back. Oh my god, thank you so much, thank you. Where the fuck's my money, nigga? Oh, I'm sorry. I had a 10,000 yen bill in there. Oh, it's just gone? Oh, how did that happen? I wouldn't be surprised the guys at the door took it, for fuck's sakes. I guess the guy who returned it obviously was the guy who found it, but I don't know. I got, obviously I had a gut feeling, but I asked that guy, and he said, I'm so sorry, man, I don't know. I found it like that. I swear to God I didn't take it, and I believed him immediately. He just seemed like an honest guy. I said, don't worry about it, man. I gave him a big-ass hug, and I said, you take care. But my night was ruined after that. 10,000 yen's about 100 Canadian. I think it's closer to $90, but blow me, asshole. You know, I'm not made of money. Even my richer friends say that to me. But of course, when I lose 10,000 yen, they just laughed off like it's nothing. That means, like, that shit means something to me, man. I was lucky enough that when I was fucking crawling around the ground, that's an exaggeration, I was, like, hinged over like an old man with my phone just on the ground looking at people's feet and telling them to get the fuck out of my way, and I kept pushing them over and shit. But I was near one of the VIP tables, and I saw my wallet on the ground. It did not, but it was a roll of like 5,000 yen, just like all crumpled up together. And I obviously picked that up, and I was gonna ask whose it is, but while I was holding it, some random lady from behind the table came up, and she just started grabbing cash, but like grabbing it out of my hands. And then I started to like squeeze my hand to stop her from doing it. So I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And she's looking at me and she's laughing and shit. And then her fucking boyfriend or whatever pulls her back to like stop her. And he gives me a look of like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, wait a second, this isn't your cash. You're just taking money from me. Wait, you're just scum. So I kept that 5K I found. It wasn't from my wallet because I was just a single 10,000 bill I had. Fucking asshole who found that probably thinks they're having the greatest night ever. I never really think about how it impacts the people that take it from. Scum, man. Just complete fucking scum. My night was ruined after that. At a certain point, I think my friends took me out of the club early because I was just kind of being a miserable piece of shit. Also, the club was going to close soon. I'm still pretty fucked up at this point, but we were walking down. I'm like, just like blacking out from rage. I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm like stumbling around. This wall looks very, I don't know, punchable. I just full sent my hand into it, and my hand was bruised for 2 days. We all just kept walking like nothing happened too. Me too. I punched it and just like kept walking like I didn't punch it. It was just like we all just pretended like it didn't happen. That shit was loud too, because I guess my eyes, even though I was drunk, I clearly was cognizant enough to know exactly where I needed to punch, because I did not punch like a solid piece of concrete. No, I found like a sheet of metal so it would like, you know, deform and therefore not hurt as much. So my first night out, I got robbed. Someone took 10,000 yen from me. Thankfully, I found that 5,000, and the barkeeper at the one bar I always go to with my friend, he took pity on me, and he literally just gave me 2,000 yen. He said it was for food, but so I was only down 3,000 yen that night. I felt a lot more relieved about it, but I'm still thinking about like the cost of the club, the cost of the bar beforehand. That was still about $60. It's like kind of put a very sour taste in my mouth for how the rest of the week would go, because I'm thinking of like how much money am I going to be blowing every fucking night. I can't afford this. I still did it. What is more valuable to me? Maintaining my dollar amount to ensure that I'm able to eat for the next year or two? Or just trying to finally fucking live? Money forces me into these very strange dilemmas. Obviously, I wouldn't have this problem if I was making money, but... well, I'm a stranger in a strange land with a language you can't speak, with no formal education. Work isn't as easy as to come by. I definitely am not putting as much effort as I should be, but doesn't make it any... doesn't change how difficult it objectively is. So I was pretty pressed that night. One of my friends the next day texted me about an event going on, or rather I texted him because he disappeared and during that first night, and I don't really remember. We were talking about, oh yes, I'm going to be doing all these things, I'm leaving this dead, and like, oh yeah, just how about you just like text me if you got events going on. And he's like, actually I got one going on tonight. I'm like, fuck it, I'm down. I want to do something different than the usual bar and the club hopping, because it's like just kind of like all we do. So we went to a nice little DJ event, and I met some pretty cool people. It's very small, and it was very nice. It was very fun, and they even gave me free beer. Multiple times. It was pretty cool. That's where one of my 1,000 yen bills went. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. Okay, wait. Sorry, I gotta do some quick math. 1,000 there, another 1,000 to Derek. I gave him back, so I lost those 2K immediately, so I'm back down to 5. Would have paid 1,000 to William, so I'm down to 4. I got one of my wallets down to 3. 3,000 accounted for. 3,000 nets. No, I didn't pay at that club. I didn't pay at that club. 3,000 yen. I didn't buy no food. I paid 2,000 at the one club, I think the one time. 1,000, that's unaccounted for. There's 1,000 yen I cannot account for disappearing. As you can see, I'm quite irresponsible with my money when I am wasted. Never touched it once when I was sober or hungover, but when I was drunk, shit just kind of disappeared. Sorry about that derailment. I just really needed to try to figure that out right now. It's been driving me insane how I got some of the money back and then I lost it all again. I don't even know where it went. Okay. DJ event. Met some cool people. Had some drinks. Went out and bought myself more drinks because I was too broke to buy more there. Also, I wanted a Femi Chicky. I'm really tired right now, and I'm not sure why, but I need to finish this now. I come back, I drink, I party with them. It's a good time. I met a lot of them, I talked to some of them, exchanged Instagrams with some. It was a whole thing. It was a very fun time, though. At the end of that night, I had to get ready to go. Last train was coming up. What I didn't realize, though, is that last train had a terminus station that was not going to take me where I needed to go. And I panicked and ran on the train. I need to pause for a second. This night... I'm still not saying names. Girl I like. Big name girl that I like. Girl I like that is a reflection of the other girl that I fell for the first time I was in Japan. Just... okay. For all intents and purpose, we have... because I can't help but feel like this is gonna keep coming up over and over and over again. One who shall not be named is one who shall not be named unless I name her, in which case you already know her name, because I've said it multiple times, actually. Because I am a fucking retarded bum. DJ girl. Current girl that I am chasing. Who also is bad, I guess, her career stuff. The first time I talked about her, I said she was a DJ, so that should be clear enough as already. And then we have the other girl, who I'm now going to call, I want to say nurse girl, but I recently met another girl this time around who's also a nurse, except this one is like, nothing's going to happen of it, I don't think, unless she texts me, in which case I'm fucked. So I don't want to call her nurse girl. I don't really know what I want to call her, though. You know what? I will call her nurse girl, because if the other bitch is probably not gonna happen. Whatever. I can figure out a new nickname for her. Nurse girl, I texted the first night I was there. I said, where you at? Are you working? Let's go. Let's go. She actually just completely ghosted me. I don't really understand why. I think she's mad at me, but I don't know what I did. I'm very confused about it. It was like a whole thing. It was like, it got brought up multiple times throughout the trip, but it was like, I didn't understand. Some people at some point said to me, did you try texting her again? I said, no, because, well, like, A, I'm kind of busy chasing another girl, so if we were going to hang out, it was going to be in just a good, normal, casual friendship kind of way. And B, it's like, I'm not wasting my fucking energy on people that don't want to, like, respond to me. But this is like the most popular I've ever been in my entire life. I've got people texting me every fucking day asking for plans and shit. So it's like, I'm not doing that. Like, for once, I actually have people in my circle who want to hang out with me. It's like the first time ever. Yeah, it's like I'm hanging out with the same people every fucking night, but I don't fucking care. They want to hang out with me, so I want to hang out with them. DJ girl was performing that night. I was aware of that. However, she told me she was going to be in Europe for my birthday, so I was a bit hurt because I felt like she lying or what the fuck was going on. I knew she was playing at a really fancy high-end club too, so I thought to myself, maybe there's no chance I could get in. What I didn't realize, and I'd found out later, the exact same night after I got on the last train and ended up in a completely different fucking part of the city. I paid money to take a train to fucking buttfuck nowhere, and my real destination, which was in Shibuya, it was about the same distance as it was when I didn't take the fucking train, so I paid money to do literally nothing. I just got fucking transported to someone random and just had to walk from around completely. It was alright. Fucking Christ, that was a long ass walk, by the way. Fuck me. I found out later that night that the club that she was performing was a 10-minute walk from where I actually was hanging out that night. I kind of regret not going. I think I should have. Not just for her, but also because, like, I still want to check that club out. Apparently it's pretty cool. And also because I'm obsessed with her and I just want to see her. But after a long drunk conversation with the bartender and then I did pay for a drink for once because I mean, he gave me fucking money out of pity for like, it's like, I owe you. I'm not gonna be a fucking complete leech. So it is what it is. I texted her. I said, "Are you performing, I don't know, tomorrow night or something?" And she actually texted back. It was weird because we weren't really texting each other after the whole Kyoto incident, which I made even worse when... you know how it is. I don't want to say it's like I'm a fucking retard. But I need to go access those DMs because I'm pretty... Oh, Jesus Christ. Chotamate. She texted me back after the incident, but I don't remember what exactly was said. So obviously I did like my like borderlines. Oh, that's at 4%. Oh, better make this quick. Where do I get fucking notifications with all this shit? Holy fucking shit. Oh my god. That was on Monday. My bad. Okay, get the fuck off my screen. Sorry for killing your time as usual, but important for the lore. I remember the last thing I talked about with this. I read out the whole thing. Oh wow, there's been a lot more. There's been more text than I even remember sending. So I said all that shit, and I've already read it out to you guys, so I don't need to say it again. And then we just stopped talking to each other for a week. And then I decided to break the ice by... I think, okay, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to actually read the hiragana and kanji and katakana. I can tell that says Europe, so I know I'm saying like... Oh... That probably says Osukoshi. Desu. Doshi. Yoga. Shoka. I think I'm asking, it says, hello, how are you? I hope the best for your Europe trip. Seriously. And she responded the next day after I texted that, after we both stopped talking to each other for a week. I'm so exhausted from work. Thank you. I asked her, what's up? Are you good? In response to the work thing, and then she didn't respond for 4 hours, so I immediately followed up again. Just saying, take care of yourself, don't overwork, some shit like that. And then I didn't text again until this Sunday, which was, when's my birthday? 21st or 20th, and so the 19th. So I texted her. I knew what happened. It was after I got on the train and ended up in the right part of the city. I started lying on that fucking concrete block. So then I texted her asking if she was performing the next day. And she actually responded almost immediately. She says, yes, am I in the city? And then we basically went back to talking like it was like nothing happened. Which was honestly a godsend. I've never had any woman fucking just blatantly give me a second chance like that, but we need to discuss that more in detail because there's implications and other things. Yes, you're in Tokyo and blah blah blah. Yes, I've been, and oh, I'm drunk texting this entire time, so I'm just like single word texting like a block just to say one sentence because everything's broken apart. I just type one word and then click send. I've been in Tokyo since I forgot. I'm too drunk. I think 2 days. Here for 21st. I don't know. Whenever I started posting a million stories, that's when I arrived. Lol. Oh, I just realized I could have gone to your show tonight. Oh well. Shine. Text me when you're performing tomorrow, and I'll see if I can drop by if I'm able to. She likes it and responds, I will invite you tomorrow if you could come. It's techno, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you'll feel bored if you don't like it. I said, was it different at your other show? I said, like, I don't give a fuck. Just send me the details and I'll show up if I can.
Besides, I'm there for you anyways. If I stay, I'll if I like the music, I'll stay. Yeah, it's different times, blah, blah, blah. Telling the guests that you don't need to pay the fee. Can I bring people with me? I want to bring a group of friends. Sure. I'm playing at this time tonight. I text her, I'm on my way. And so now we're on the next day, right? So after the whole up in the random part of the city, then literally walking across fucking Tokyo, which I walked through how many different wards? I walked through Embassy, which for me was funny because I think I've only been there one time, and it was the day so like after I lost my phone back in May, I had to go to like a police station out in like Meguro or whatever the fuck. Um, and I went to the museum, the photography museum, after I met this one Spanish guy at a random Chinese restaurant. He told me I should check this place out. I said, fuck it, let's go and do that. And then I got lost, and then I ended up in Ebisu, Ebisu, and I got lost there. I somehow am walking in a giant circle. That part still baffles me. How the fuck I ended up in a circle? I swear to God, I did not make that many right turns. How is it even physically possible I ended up going in a circle? It still boggles me. Anyways, I, I ended up walking through there, and I was like, I'm drunk walking around, and I'm like I had this weird like deja vu. What's going on? And it's like, oh my God, I know where I am. I've been here before, but like when I was sober. And then I kept walking, and then I started to realize how close it actually was to Shibuya, which is like it was pretty fucking close to Shibuya. And then I ended up also walking past a rather famous club that's like in Ebisu, which I didn't realize. And I just kind of walked past, and I was like, I can't take a picture of this, and I'm just rambling right now. But it was an interesting walk, to say the least. And I want to point out the entire reason I was walking to where I was walking to is because I was so hungry for pizza. I'm lying on this cinder block in the again, random ass part of Tokyo. I'm like, I want a pizza. Going to Google Maps, I'm like, give me pizza now. We're open for pizza. No, I don't want no fuck ass Domino's. Give me good pizza. And he's like, oh, this is a good pizza place. I'm like, where is it at? Shibuya? Fuck it, we ball. And I walked across Tokyo for 2 hours just to get pizza. For me to show up at the fucking place, and I'm staying out there looking at the menu going, Lady pops out, and I'm like, Jotomate. And this bitch has the audacity to say to me, so sorry, no food now. I walked for 2 hours just to get some fucking pizza, just for her to tell me they weren't serving food anymore. Life could be a dream. Anyways, I go to the bar, we sit down, I do nothing basically for the rest of the night, and I go get food afterwards with my friends, and then so then that night my friend let me crash at his place, and that was a complete mess. And then the following night, so we're back on the following night, which is the night I met up my friends so back at the same routine. We go to the bar, and again, because I was texting the DJ the night before, we now have plans for tonight. Go to the bar, we meet a girl, she looks exactly like she who should not be named, except she actually didn't. I was just really drunk, and the lighting made her look like it. Anyways, her and my main friend, my Hartmano, my Germano, German friend, I think they ended up going to hook up that night. No, they went off in their own ways. They start hooking up like every fucking night after that. This is not relevant to the story at all. Point is that girl was giving me PTSD the entire time I was in the bar, and I had to drink like so much to like stop thinking about it. Like it was a bit rough for me. I was kind of avoiding them like on purpose because it just like every time I saw her, I saw her, and it was freaking me out. And it made me like uncomfortable seeing them together as well because it's like I don't see this whoever the fuck this nigga is. I just see who I see. When we left the bar though, and we were like outside and the lighting was different, I'm like, oh wait a second, you actually don't look at it at all. And everything was chill, but it's like it doesn't matter because I'm already super fucking wasted because again the entire time I was drinking to forget because I swear to God I was having like shell shock the entire night in there. So we all leave, and the two of them go to the station to go home early because he has to work and whatnot. But the other people with me that night join me, and we end up going to the club, which I was invited to by DJ girl the previous night before. So now we're back at this, the DMs. She texts me when her set is. I text her I'm on the way, so I'm leading with my big group of people, my peeps. I get us all in for free. She does her set. She's doing it while I get there. We get more drinks because of course we do. Why would we ever stop drinking? They bought me like 3 Smirnoffs while I was in there. Oh, I love chugging on those fuckers. My friend William showed me those. I'm like obsessed with them now. They taste so good. I actually love it. So Smirnoff Ice is fucking delicious. I wish he didn't show me it because it's like I'm addicted to that shit now. Filmer said, I think I saw her at some point. Yes, I was walking around and I found her by her VIP table, and I'm like, oh, this is the girl. I'm gonna go say hello to her, because like, I have to say something because I feel incredibly awkward about the whole situation because I know we're kind of just pretending like that shit didn't happen, but like I can't pretend like that shit didn't happen. Like I'm talking about Kyoto, and so it's like I feel so awkward. I walk up to her, I tap her on the shoulder, I'm just like, yo, yo, Angelo. And most of the night's a blur. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was riddled with so much anxiety most that entire night. Obviously, I was really fucked up. Was I more fucked up than usual? Maybe a little bit because of the incident with the other girl at the other bar and the whole PTSD thing. But the real thing is like okay, I'm like super fucking wasted, and I'm having like a panic attack because I'm just like obsessing over what she's thinking the entire time, and like, is she upset about the whole thing, and like blah 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 blah. And every interaction I had with her, I was like blacking out in the sense that like I, I'm there, I'm talking to you, I'm not more drunk than I was now than I was 2 minutes ago or 2 minutes after this interaction, but when I'm standing here talking to my friends and I'm thinking about it right now, I know exactly how drunk I was. I know how much the degrees in which the room was spinning, were the angle, the tilt, the blurriness, the head throbbing. I can recall that. But when I'm standing there talking with you, everything's blurry. I can't see your face. I can't read your facial details. I'm riddled with so much anxiety. It's like my senses are numbing themselves, so I can't actually recognize it's you, because it's like I'm panicking just being around you, but I'm so desperately trying to open my eyes and see, because I need to see your reaction. I need to see how happy or how mad or how scared, or I want to know if you're responding correctly to whatever, and blah blah blah. And I can't seem to recall any inputs, and I'm freaking out. I don't know what to say, and blah blah blah. But I go up to them. I loved it. It was a great set. Your music's great. Whatever. Yeah, it was really good. My friend was before I started talking to her, because I was already like having a panic attack. The moment I was like, "That's her." We walked past her table. I saw it was her from my peripheral. I didn't react. I just tried to act like I didn't notice. I just kept going, because we were walking there to go to the bar, or she was also wanting to go to the bathroom. We were going for the bar and the bathroom, and it was like the closest one. So I'm like, okay. And we walk past her, we get up to the bar. I fucking grab her by the shoulder. I turn her towards me and say, "That's her." And she's like, "It is? Why don't you go say something?" "I didn't on purpose. I can't. I'm freaking fuck out." And she's like, "No, you gotta go say something. You gotta go say it. But don't bring me with you, because I'm a girl and you gotta like go by yourself," and blah. I'm like, "You dumbass boy." I need her to see that I have friends and I'm not a fucking loaded piece of shit, you moronic sack of shit. I'll go, okay, I'm gonna go talk to her alone. I say my shit, I pull away, I just like get up, I walk immediately after saying, "Great job, awesome set, yo, Angelo." And then I come up to her and she's like, "What happened?" I said, "You're going up there, I'm introducing you as my friend, you stupid bitch." And she's like, "Okay." And so I forcibly grab her and I fucking take her over to the DJ girl. I'm like, "Hello, this is my friend. Talk to her now, please." And then they start talking, and thankfully, because she's like a normal human being, they're talking immediately without any issues, and there's no problems. And I just kind of like scurry off into the corner, just like out of their vision, and I just stand there and start chugging my fucking Smirnoff like it's a fucking binky. I'm like screaming. Like every time we finish an interaction, I'm screaming to her, I need more alcohol, I need more alcohol, I need more alcohol. Like I'm panicking so bad. And like I'm just so anxious. And I feel horrible. I'm just obsessing over it. Like, is she mad at me? Is she not mad at me? Does she like me? Does she not? I need answers, and I'm not getting anything, and I hate myself, and I want to die. And I love her, but I don't actually love her because I hate myself, and I don't know how to love, and I'm a piece of shit, and I'm a fucking monster. Some guy comes over and he's like kicking off the little platform because it's like, VIP table, so they gotta like separate the fucking normies from the VIP table. I go up to her and I tell her, hey, I'll talk to you later. Just text me, which I cannot believe I actually had the balls to say, considering how fucking freaking honest she was. She's like, okay, yeah, I will. We just walk away, and I'm like, okay, cool, it's over. It's over. Let's go get more alcohol, please. A couple minutes walk by. She texts me, where are you? Let's get a drink. I text her, I'm still in the club near where we were at before. I'm in the restroom now. Wait just a second. I am freaking the fuck out. I say to my friend, I'm sorry, I need you to stand here as like my checkpoint. It's because you two now know each other because I'm introduced you. I'm leaving. I'm going to the bathroom because I think I need to vomit because I am freaking out. I just had to piss super bad. So I'm lying, I didn't say I need to vomit. I was gonna pee my pants. Wasn't actually going to, but it's like, I was like, when you get like, you just need to do something for relief. It's like, I was like forcing my bladder to piss because it's like, I just need an excuse to leave at this point. So I'm like, go, need magical fucking, what are those things that make you need to, like, diuretics? I run to the bathroom. As I'm running there, my friend was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" I grab him by the shoulder. I said, "William, I'm sorry. I can't talk to you right now. This is code red. Look, my friend she's over there. Go meet up with her. Do not talk to me under any circumstances. I am freaking the fuck out. Get the fuck out of my way, nigga. I need a piss." I throw him aside. I run to the bathroom. I get in there. I'm pissing. And then I don't know why I get into a conversation with two random guys. And they're talking to me. I'm looking at them like, I'm fucking wasted. I need a piss so fucking bad. And they all just start laughing at me. I'm like, ha, that's so funny. And I walk up to the other guy and I meet one of the mutual friends of another guy, which the one friend keeps fucking disappearing the entire night. We have to keep finding him, pulling him back. It's like, Anyways, I'm like, we're going to go for a fucking drink, blah, 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 blah. I walk back over, and when I left them, there was one of them, my main friend, the one I introduced. And now every single one of them, all of my friends, even the ones that showed up after and the ones that were there before, all magically were huddled around in a circle where I left her initially. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Why does everyone have a champagne glass? DJ girl appears around the corner with 2 more champagne glasses. Her outfit's completely changed, so she went to the bathroom and like changed into like her fucking civilian clothes. And she's just handing all of my friends champagne glasses. I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? She hands me a glass, or rather, she was like trying to like, she gives me a glass, and then I took the glass she gave me and I changed it with one of my friends who had more in theirs because I'm like, I need the most amount of champagne. She's like, give me one sec. I'm like, obviously I'm gonna wait. People start to drink, and I'm like, fuck you, you wait for her, you bastard. She comes back, we all cheers. And then, like the sociopath I am, I take my glass and I down it in 2.2 seconds. Like, obviously, I'm like in this, my drink, like all my friends I drink with, I'm like, yes, I'm that guy. I'm the lightweight alcoholic. I drink like crazy, but it's like, I think anyone who knows me knows that I was going a bit. I was just like, yeah, it's not good. I did that in front of her, but I know she just thinks that's funny, but it's like, it's a bit low class. I was not setting a good example for myself. So I chugged that fucker. I put that shit down. Yeah, woo. She's like, give me 1 sec, I'll be back. She walks away. She comes back with a fucking fresh bottle of champagne and hands it to me and tells me happy birthday. And I was so unbelievably happy and excited. A, because I'm an alcoholic. B, because I'm just so unbelievably desperate for alcohol this night because I just need something to kill the nerves. Every single second I'm staring at her, talking to her, I'm literally like, just like, my brain is going to explode. There's so much like just neuronic activity going on. Like my synapses are firing like crazy. I'm so fucking anxious. Like I can't. And she handed it to me, and it was like, it's like she handed me my newborn baby, our child. And then I feel like I didn't black out, but like I tunnel visioned so hard. Every other person in the room, it's like everyone just emptied. It's like there was nobody there. She wasn't there. My friends weren't there. It was just me and this bottle of champagne. And I'm trying to like open it up, and I'm struggling to get like the paper thing off the bottle. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. It's the first time I've ever had a real champagne bottle like in my hands. Like at my old work, we had like cheap champagne bottles. That shit was like some tinfoil thing. You just rip that off, you twist the thing, and boop, pop it off. This one had like that, like more of like a fancy like wrap seal around the whole thing. And I'm like, where the fuck do I like pull the like get the thing? I can't find the tab. I'm like, what's going on? My German friend's like, here, give it to me. And now he's struggling with it too. I'm like, man, you're embarrassing all of us. Give it back here. I take the fucking bottle from him. I finally peel it open. We're all like, yeah. Unscrew the thing, take the cork, and then because I don't remember how much force you're supposed to put in on it. I was scared to like hit someone. I was like, I coddled it and like pulled it. I'm like, oh wait, that's actually easier than I thought it was gonna be. I probably didn't need to be so aggressive about like trying to not explode. And then we're like, yeah, woo! And again, I don't know who's standing around me at this point. I don't know where she is. I don't know what's happening. I am just so happy with my champagne bottle, and we're all just like, happy birthday. I'm like, ah, woohoo! It's not actually my birthday. My birthday's tomorrow. Because at this point, it's already the 20th, since it's like in the middle of the morning. You know, it's like 1 a.m. or some shit. I don't know what happened, man. People told me, I think, so I just remember after I opened the bottle of champagne, the first thing I did was start chugging the fucking bottle, because of course I did. I had enough common sense to be like, not enough common sense. I have enough like, I'm just not enough of an asshole to be like, I'm gonna chug this whole champagne bottle and not share with my friends. So I stopped chugging it for the sole purpose of being like, oh wait, I'm supposed to share this. My mistake. Not because I was like, I'm setting a bad example, but because it's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm supposed to share my gift with everyone. And I start pouring to everyone's glasses. I don't know where she's at this point. And I'm just pouring with everyone, and I'm pouring it to everyone, and then I'm trying to chug the bottle. I'm just trying to chug it. I'm trying to chug it. I'm trying to chug it. I'm trying to chug it. And now it's empty. I didn't actually get that much in me, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I was just happy to share this fun with everyone. It was a cool ass moment. I was just like, yeah. And everyone's like tapping at me to like go. Yeah, they're yelling all these things. I don't hear anyone. I don't know what they're saying. Turns out she left with one of her friends, and everyone's yelling at me to go follow after her. Everyone's rooting for me in this story, and it's like, I'm just some scared alcoholic trying to drink my anxiety away. I'm not even paying attention to what's happening with her. And we all walk over to her, or we try to find their table. They all find it, and it's just awkward. I see her sitting in the back of that table area, and my friends are like they're really trying to help me. Like, they actually bothered to walk up onto the VIP table and start introducing themselves to her friends. I didn't even do that. I was so anxious. I just sat there. I just stood there staring at her from the other side of the table while my friends are like, they were tactically, because they're at a table with like 5, 7 people, whatever. My friends are walking up there, picking off a person, splitting aside the people like it's the Red Sea and they're fucking Moses, and just trying to clear a path for her. At some point, I don't know what happened, but I pulled my one friend over, the female one over, who I had her like, I basically had her on a leash the whole night, because I was like, you're not leaving my fucking sight. I need you for emotional support. Under no circumstances are you allowed to leave my immediate vicinity. I said to her, I'm gonna go ask her to dance. And she said, you should. Yes, you should do that. I'm like, okay. But I'm gonna do it in Japanese. 1 sec. I go into Google Translate. My friends are still distracting all of them. I'm typing it in. I'm like, okay, what does this say? It's like, okay. I'm gonna practice saying this repeatedly until I get it just right. And we stood there for like 30, 45 seconds, just me repeating it back and forth to her, back and forth, like, will you dance with me in Japanese over and over and over again until it was just right. She's like, you got this, go ahead. I'm like, I go up there, I ask, she says yes. I get down, I'm waiting for her. She's like, just give me 1 sec to like until my friend's gonna come down. And then I don't know what happened. It's all a fog. I don't know what happened. It's just like I don't understand. I like it's like I blacked out, but I didn't. It's just like everything's just foggy and I take her hand or I take her shoulder. I don't even know where my hands were. It's like I have no appendages. I have no arms. I have no eyes. I do, but everything it's like I'm a blind man with leprosy, or like partially blind man with leprosy. I don't understand what's happening, and we walk out into the floor, and I'm trying to put my hand on her shoulder. I'm touching her. I'm not touching her. I don't actually know if I'm touching her. Are we holding hands? No, we're not holding hands. I want to hold hands with you, but I shouldn't hold hands with you. Should I hold hands with you? I don't know what to do. Where do I put my hands? Put my hands on your shoulder? I don't put my hands on my shoulder. Are you shrugging my hands off your shoulder, or am I taking my hands off your shoulder? Because I feel so unbelievably uncomfortable. I don't want to put my hands on your shoulder, but I actually want to put my hands on your shoulder, so I keep putting them off, taking them off, putting them on, putting them off, because I'm freaking the fuck out. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Oh my god, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. And it's like, I didn't even talk to her the entire time because my head was racing so fast. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know how she felt. And it just. And then I just kind of. Out of desperation to like escape this kind of like mental trap I put myself in, the guy who was performing on the stage, I just kind of stopped paying attention to her and just started listening to his music. And the only thing I said to her was, "Do you know this guy?" She says, "Yeah. Can you add his Instagram for me? I really like his music." And she's like, "Yeah, sure." So I give her my phone, she types it in, she gives it back to me, and then I don't know how long we were out there for. I genuinely don't know how long we were out there for. I have no idea if she was actually trying to dance with me or if, like, we didn't dance because all we did was just kind of awkwardly stand beside each other, but I don't know if it's my fault or her fault. By that, I mean, like, did she ever intend to dance with me and she was waiting for me to make a move? Did I try to make a move and then she rejected me? Or did I actually just never make a move? And I say I don't know because I genuinely don't know what happened. I didn't black out, but my head is so fuzzy. I have no idea what I did. I'm no like it's just like it's like I blacked out without blacking out. It's like literally like PTSD, like trauma response, like suppressed memories. I was just riddled with so much anxiety. My brain just decided it was better to not remember anything and to just completely shut off and then feel no emotion, because after the whole like where do I put my hand fiasco, and I swear to God she shrugged my hand off her shoulder. I don't actually know if that's true. I could have like just thought that she did. She could have been repositioning my hand. Here's the thing, I don't even know if she grabbed my hand to take it off her shoulder. I don't know if she even shrugged it. I genuinely don't know. I feel like that's what happened. But what is my proof of my evidence? I'm not going off of a memory. I'm going off my impression of the night because I don't know. And it's like eating me up alive because I'm like, that was an integral fucking retard integral moment in our little. If I have perfect recollection of the events that happened that night, I know that she doesn't like me and I can just move on and it's over. But because I have no recollection, I don't know what her feelings are about me and I can't move on. It's driving me insane. So again, after that, the first 2 minutes were just a complete awkward fiasco, and then the rest of the time we were there, it's like, I say first 2 minutes, I feel like we were standing there for 10 minutes. I don't know how long it was. It might have actually been 10 minutes though. And it was just us standing beside each other. I didn't say a fucking word to her. Except for about the DJ. I'm like, I really like his music. Give me his Instagram, please. And she's like, yeah, sure. I'm like, thanks. In like a completely platonic fashion too. She's like, okay, I'm so sorry, but I have to go back to my friends. I'm like, don't worry about it. And she walked away and I was just like, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck did I just do?
The rest of the night goes on. I'm hanging out with random people that we were meeting from early in the night, which, funny story, there's some random girl there. All of her friends were trying to get me to hook up with her. Low-key, she was kind of cute, and I was kind of chatting up with her, but I'm me. It was never gonna happen. And even if I wanted to, like, honestly, you were cute enough, I would have considered dating you, but I was already there for someone else. I'm sorry. I ended up leaving with my female friend, specifying that because she was the only friend of mine who was the girl. It's the same one I kept, with me the entire night. And we went to go to the Family Mart or Lawson's. I don't know if I took her out or she took me out. I might have taken her out though, because I think I might have said to her, like, I need to get the fuck out of here. Like, I feel like shit. And we went there. She grabbed me some food. She grabbed food for herself, and then I leached off her because, well, me. And then we went outside and we started talking, and obviously we're talking about romance and stuff like that. And then we're talking about the ass groping incident from the last time I was in Tokyo, and then she was telling me how angry she was at me, and I was telling her that I'm pretty sure it wasn't me because, again, while I was super fucking wasted, I'm not saying it's impossible. I don't aggressively grope girls' asses. At most, I've like caressed them, but I don't grope. And also because, which I stopped doing, by the way, which Pascal, I wasn't lying about that. I did stop after the slapping incident. Which is the same thing I'm talking about right now. But like, I was standing in a group of 3 other dudes, like literally we're standing in a square, all facing or talking to each other. I don't see any girls behind me. So for me to be groping her ass, it means I had to have been like active defense system, or like I've got like a spider sense for when a fat juicy ass is behind me. Like what do you mean? Like I'm just like my hands are behind me, just going around like grabbing everyone. Like I don't. It just doesn't. It makes no sense. Is my point. So I think she was wrong. I think she. I'm not saying she didn't get groped, but I think I didn't grope her, and I think she, oh shit, my storage space is running out. Oh, I'm picking up from where I left off. Also, now I'm pissed as fuck, because now I gotta fucking render this shit. Which takes, like, with how long this video is, it's gonna take. What does it matter? Anyways. Yeah. I think it was some other guy, and she just, I don't know, blamed the first guy she saw or something, but I give that bitch a piece of my mind. Fucking cunt. We were outside, went to the Family Mart, we got some food, we sat down, we started talking. So we talked about the ass slapping situation, just because she was using that like a character judgment moment, and she said that she was conflicted about that because it didn't seem like me, but she was mad at me. And then I said I don't think it was me, and she's like, I'd believe you because it just doesn't seem like you. And so we're talking about like because the reason we're talking about that is like, I think she's trying to gauge what it is that I want, or what like I'm a mess. Like I'm a very big mess, and she's trying to like obviously help. And I'm telling her exactly what I feel. I don't know if we ever talked about it before, but it's like, yeah, I'm just want something like real. And that's all I care about. I don't give a shit about anything else. And she's like, yeah, no, I get that. I get what, like, I can see that. And she's like, I'm sorry that, I guess, like, shit's so, like, complicated and weird. And she was telling me that, yeah, she thinks she's just, I guess, using me or playing me for, like, attention, but I don't get it. And my other friend later that night, when I finally showed up at his apartment at, like, 10 in the morning, because this was quite a long night, it was like maybe 9 a.m. I can't remember. I fell asleep on that nigga's floor. But they both kind of agree that it's like, yeah, it seems like it's like what I imagined it was from the very beginning. But it's like obviously my opinion has changed because like how long we've been talking now and these events that have transpired between us. But like, she's just being nice for the sake of being nice. It's like that's just kind of her job. That's just kind of who she is. And again, that was my original assumption of the assertion that I said back when I first started talking about her. But it's like,
why are we putting in so much work for? I'm not just saying this out of self-deprecation, but it's like relative to what you know, because you have no real knowledge of me, which I want to show you, but it's like we actually have to go on a date for that, and this is like impossible to set up. She also hasn't technically said no to a date, but she's like, she really hasn't like, after the whole fiasco of the last thing, I did technically ask her to go on a date, and then me and Hope both just didn't talk to each other for like a week, and then we both haven't talked about it since. So that's the only time I technically did ask her out. It was a whole shit show, but it's like I'm not gonna ask her out for a little bit after that because I need time to stop hating myself for that. But it's like I'm interested. That I want to actually, yeah. So, but like so I just don't get it. Why are you keeping me around? Why can't you just dispose of me if you're not caring? And I think it's like as they said, it's like just using me. But that's the thing I don't understand is what for? Because what am I to you? Like, what could I possibly provide to you? Because it's like, I'm not buying you anything. I'm not giving you my money. I'm not doing, like, what do I actually provide you that you want to keep me around for? I don't think I have any value. So why am I still here? Why are we still talking? And that's the thing. Like, if I knew what it was, then I could know for a fact that, yes, it is. I'm just an object of, you're using me and it doesn't matter. Because you don't need me. You don't need me for attention. You don't need me to actually, like, you're fine without me. I provide absolutely nothing of value, so why am I here? If I'm just a tool, what am I a tool for? And if I'm not, then do me a favor and just make it obvious if that what it is. I'm too fucking stupid. And I'm too in my own head now, especially after, again, my fault. I made the mistakes, but it's like, you've put me in a very strange situation because usually when I do what I've done in the past, this should already be over. We shouldn't even be talking anymore. We should have both like separated and gone our own ways, but for some reason you're insisting on tormenting me because I do not dispose of the girls I speak to. No. I forcibly make them dispose of me. I push them too far. And you should have already been at that point, so I don't understand why I'm still here. I don't really know what to do with this information. I don't understand you. I don't, like, it's driving me insane. And I'm like telling her this as well. So this is what I told my friend after I finally end what I also told her, because they both agree with my original synopsis, which again is like being used, but it's like, sure, but why? And if you can't answer that, then unfortunately, I'm still holding out on hope. And so she says, yeah, it just kind of is what it is. And then she was telling me something personal about her thing, which I'm not going to get to now because I don't know who in this world is watching this who would know, and I don't want to. That's her, that's her dirty laundry. But it was quite sad. And I felt for her a lot when she said that. And I feel like now she's a bit bitter about romantic relationships. And I'm sorry that happened to her. At the same time, she's kind of culpable for something that she did, but like things happened that were out of her control and the guy's control, and it's like it was pretty fucked up. And that's just fucking sucks. And I don't really know what else to do with that information other than that. But I don't know. I'm just me. And then I also told her, like, oh yeah, so I'm still a virgin. She's like, what? And I was like, oh yeah, you didn't know that? I thought I told you. And so it's like when I say I'm serious about not wanting to fuck around, it's like I mean that I'm serious. And I mean that I want something real. And the problem with the girls that I'm chasing is even if I actually do find someone who would end up dating me, it's like I know that I don't know. I say I know. I'm very cynical and pessimistic. I'm very much of the belief that I'm going to be nothing more than just a guy that they're not willing to stick around for long term. Like I think they're gonna make me feel like they're interested in something long term, but like they're actually not going to be, and I feel like I'm just going to get used. I feel like they're just gonna want fuck even, and then if I'm not going to want to fuck, and then it's gonna be a problem. And then one of them's probably gonna talk me into doing it, and then we're just gonna break up anyways or some shit, and it'll be all for nothing. I'm just like, I don't know. Anyways, we talked about that. I feel like shit. Now she feels like shit. And I'm like, all right, let's go get more food. Went back in, picked up some more stuff, came back out. And then that's when it occurred to me that there is a very, very large crowd outside right now. Turns out in one of the places right beside the club we were just at, they had a TV going on, and they just started the World Cup match, and the entire fucking block is just filled to the brim with people all standing around watching on this one TV. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. And then we actually joined them for like 10 minutes, and then we was like, yeah, this kind of fucking sucks ass. We can't really see anything. Let's go to our bar, and we'll go sit there and watch the game. And then we did that, and we watched the game, and it was fucking phenomenal. Had fun with all the people I met there that night. That was really fun. That was a good night, actually, after, like, that part. And then I went back to my apartment, and again, I told my friend all the stuff that happened. My apartment, his place. I went back to his fucking apartment where I was crashing for the time, and I told him about all that shit. And again, it's just, like, it makes it really difficult. I really can't blame her for anything. I think it was all just my fault. But it's like, I just wish she would just tell me how she feels instead of just playing around. And if she is just using me, it's like, I wish she'd just get rid of me, because I can't do this, man. It's mentally exhausting, because it's like all I'm thinking about throughout the day. Well, almost all I'm thinking about throughout the day. And I feel like I can't really move on or talk to other girls. I hate that feeling of being like, just that unknowingness, because it's like, I'm doing all this for somebody that I don't even think is like willing to do anything for me. So I'm okay with being kind and doing all that stuff for you, but I'm not okay with like overcommitting myself, you know? It's one thing to be like a good person, and one thing to be like, this is stuff that you do for someone you care about in that capacity. So it's like, I can separate the two, no problem, but I just need you to let me know where are you, like where do you belong in this classification? Where do I belong? Like, I don't know. I wish they could just make it easy for me, man. I got too much of this shit in my life I need to deal with. Can you please just this one thing just be easy, please? I'm so tired. Please, just this one thing. That night ended. Met some really cool people. And then the next day happened, and I get my shit ready. I pass out on the floor for a bit, take my bags, and I go to a little like apartment I rented out in Yoyogi. It's quite a nice place, I think. It was the first time I've really like done something proper like that. And I was like, I figured for my birthday I'd like spend time in like a nice little place for a good couple days, and I did enjoy my time there. It was nice. I had a bed for once, a really fucking fancy ass bathroom, fucking the world's most like insane toilet I've ever seen. That shit was fully decked up, man. You didn't have to do anything. You walk in the bathroom, shit opens everything up. Heated seat, bidet, fucking
you don't even flush the damn thing, and you don't gotta put the seat down. That shit goes down on its own too. It's like, what the fuck? It's like you just walk in, sit, get up, leave. It's like it's crazy, bro. It's fucking crazy. My birthday happened, and then my birthday happened. This is the first time in my entire life I've drank so much alcohol I blacked out. And I did black out. From what I hear, we started at the one bar, and I had some really fancy drinks. Some of them were on the house. Actually, all of my drinks were covered that night. My friend was paying for most of them, but the bartender there did provide me quite a nice, expensive, Japanese whiskey, just a shot of that on the house, which was very nice of him. But on top of that, I had some Baileys, some Kahlua, and then a shot of, was it Okinawan snake sake. There's a actual fucking real snake in there. A venomous one too. It's just fermenting in there. I don't know much about alcohol, and I just drink the damn stuff, and it's the cheap shit too. So I'm the wrong guy to ask. All I know is that, and I know this because they said it 15 times. Great for your penis. The piss people talk about whiskey dick. That's the cure, I guess, is you're supposed to take a shot of fucking snake sake. Trust me, you're gonna need to know this information. They're gonna quiz you on this. Yeah. Went to the next bar, got fucked up. Man, we were doing so many shots. I've never had so many in such a short time span. The crazy part is I blacked out, was still recording stuff on Instagram, which is insane to me because if I'm, like I said, I never have gotten blackout drunk from just drinking alcohol. It's always because it happened 2 times. First time, I was literally spiked. Second time, prescription meds were mixed in my alcohol. That's my bad. And I only blacked out for an hour. No, I was gone, brother, for the whole gone. And it was some of the stories I was watching back, I was still drinking even after I blacked out, which is oh my fucking God. From what I heard, we had to go back to the first bar we started at, and I spent an hour just head down in a toilet vomiting nonstop. And they're like, bro, we gotta get him out of here. We have got customers here. So okay, we'll take him down to the dungeon because they have a fucking basement area you can rent out, and people just go to fuck there or whatever. They took me down there, they put me down on the couch, vomited more, and it was they had to clean it up and shit. And it was and then I was just down there for the entire night, passed out. And then they were like, we gotta get him home. It's my fat ass wouldn't get up. And they're like, okay, bro, I can't carry his ass. All right, fuck this shit. We're leaving him here. And they're like, okay, we'll leave him here. Then they just left me down there. And I was gone. I was there for 12 hours. I woke up. I had no idea where the fuck I was, what the fuck happened. I was freaking out. My fucking pants were off, and my fucking belt was beyond. My shit was tussling. I'm like, oh my God, did I just get raped? I was freaking the fuck out. But then I realized exactly where it was, and part of the night started coming back to me. By that I mean the last thing that happened before I really went to bed is the only thing I can remember. And I guess I have a fragment of a memory of vomiting in the toilet upstairs. When I say fragment, I mean like a grainy, fucked up Polaroid image, and that's about it. I don't mean a physical picture. I mean that's how I envision it, whatever. You know what I mean. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was still a bit upset after what happened the night before. That might have influenced certain drinking habits, but at the same time, they paid for a lot of those shots. I wasn't gonna say no to that. That was probably gonna happen one way or another. So I just hate the fact that I keep finding ways to put myself into these situations that for me are dramatic. It's I care, and it's I just really want a simple life. I'm tired of the complexities of my old life. Tired from them. I'm tired of dealing with the complexities. It's like I want something simple, man. I really thought just this one thing could be simple and easy, but it's like, no. I don't get to choose that. It's a people thing, but it's like, that's why I was kind of hoping that someone simple would just walk into my life and be like, damn, you're fucked up. That's chill though. And be like, okay, cool. And then that would be that. It's very hot. It's very hot in Tokyo as well, man. That shit was killing me. Night times felt like daytimes, and the daytimes were literally like boiling alive. That was like the fucking microwave room from Metal Gear Solid 4. Oh. This isn't gonna get uploaded in time. Yeah, this one's gonna be super late. I'm sorry about that. I'm also sorry about wasting all your time, but this is probably the most important one I'm ever gonna film for a long ass time. My birthday happened and I finally celebrated it. Kind of a big deal. First night, oh yeah, I was talking to 2 girls there as well. And the night I met up with her, I was talking to a girl. I think the only time I wasn't was the one in between when I walked to the city. Was I? Nah, I wasn't hitting on those, but nah. And then my last night, I was hitting on that one girl. And then the night before that, which club were we at? Oh, we went to Roppongi. No, I didn't hit on any there. Didn't make friends with the DJ though. Sorry, I'm trying to recollect how many times I was hitting on random ass girls during my trip. Because I told myself I was gonna do that, and then I did it like 5 times. Yeah, the whole me and the DJ girl thing, this is complicated and it's fucking too much for me. And I'm just like, I just want to get drunk and just start dancing with random chicks and not think about her. Which is like, I don't actually ever feel guilty for it because all I do is just talk to them and then try to dance with them, and that's about it. Which barely even happen. The one time it happened at like the very last night, but then even that was like, we barely even danced. I mean, to me, it's like, you know, you don't get to like that true dance status until like that shit's being thrown, you know, she gotta be throwing that shit back. Or you at least gotta be like, you know, if you're just kind of like side by side doing this shit, it's like, okay, what are we doing, you know? What is this fucking casual shit? Get the fuck out of here. The other instances where, oh no, I wasn't. Actually, no, we kind of were as well. That was also, okay, so we got like 2 instances of like kind of dancing. And then there was those 2 girls in the bar I was talking to. Yes, 2 of them actually. I was just using them for free shots, and they did buy me free shots. W. Birthday happened, blacked out. Next day, went drinking to the bar again, apologized to the barkeeper, and then I got a text message from one of the DJs from the DJ event saying he had a thing going on in Roppongi. Also, I met up with my older DJ friend, like 2 DJs. Like I met like my first night out, and like that was my second night out in Shibuya. But my very first trip ever. I'm still friends with those guys. They're so chill. But I was hanging out with them for that my birthday because that was on that Tuesday at our main bar, and then I got that text message from a DJ I met from the DJ event that I had like a couple days prior. You know, the night where I like ran across the city. And he was like, yo, I'm playing at this place in Roppongi tonight. You want to come? I was like, how much? It's like, you know what? Fuck it, we ball. Me and Squilliam get in a cab. We should jet on over. That place was dead as fuck. but it was such a vibe. It was totally like house party shit. It was really, really fun, and I had so many free drinks that night. It was insane. Every time he's like, yo, you want a drink? And he'd come back with like a shot. He did like so many times. On top of that, it wasn't just him. Other DJs were doing it too. So he was providing me free drinks. Another DJ was providing me free drinks. Another DJ was providing me with free drinks, plus the 2 drink tickets. And I obviously showed up already wasted. So many fucking shots. And that time I didn't black out or vomit, so maybe the problem was the Jägermeister. Why the fuck was that idiot only buying Jäger? Ugh. Oh, that's right, because Squilliam fucking hates whiskey. Bastard. That night was fucking fun. Met some new DJs. Had a lot of fun. Then we closed that night off with we went to go get food. We joined some of the DJs we met that night. Also, one of the bartenders from the bar joined us as well. That was funny. All of us went to go get some gyudon. Good times, good times. What else? I want to kill myself. Yeah, yes, but I mean, that goes without saying. Daijobu. Shine night. Just so tired, man. Sorry. I'm not finishing until this is finished. Wow, what a statement. The morning of would have been the day after my birthday, but like rewinding a bit, the day of my birthday, so I texted her. Okay, yeah, I'm rewinding back to the soccer match night, okay? So, soccer match night, which was 19th, 20th. Night of the 19th, morning of the 20th. After. Shit, I actually don't remember when I sent that text. I don't know where I was physically on like planet Earth. Like I was outside or inside the way. I texted her saying, "Are you still here?" This was after the whole dancing thing. I said to her, "Are you still here? Want to get food afterwards?" And then she didn't text me back till I was fucking spamming stories about the soccer match at the bar later on. So way after I left. And she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see this till right now. I'm gonna go to bed. I don't know, talk to you next time or some shit." I'm not going back to grab the phone. It doesn't matter. The point is it didn't happen. I just kind of left on red. Didn't really give a fuck. Next morning, I woke up, which would have been, next morning would have been, that was the morning, so 20th. Go to bed. We moved to the new place. Night of my birthday, blacked out, drunk. Okay, so I wake up from being blacked out. No, I sent a message while we were at the first bar before I blacked out. I texted her asking if she wanted to go to the fireworks festival. No, that's incorrect. After I returned from the soccer match, I texted her asking if she wanted to come with me to the fireworks show that was happening on the day of my birthday, which would have been the following day, or the day of when I woke up from being blackout. And then she texted me. We were at the first bar on the night of the 20th / morning of the 21st, saying, "I'm so sorry, but I can't join you. I have to get ready for my trip," which she told me she did like a month ago, because I asked her if I could spend time with her on my birthday. And she said to me that original text a month earlier that she doesn't think she'd be free because she needs to plan on her trip with her friends, but that she would celebrate with me some other time. I don't know if that other time counts, but
So she said no while we were at the bar, and then I got depressed, and then I blacked out. Don't think they're related, I'm just throwing it out there, do with that information what you will. Wake up the next day, walk to my place at like 4 in the afternoon because I slept all fucking night and day and morning long. Plan to literally just do nothing because it's like, what's the point? But it's still my birthday. So plan to not go to the fireworks show, but at least go drinking. And then Roppongi happened. So then night of the 21st, morning of the 22nd. Finish the night for Roppongi, eat the gyudon with the DJ, start to walk back to my place. And I'm getting ready to go there, and she sends a story of her literally in Roppongi the same night I was. And I'm just like, for fuck's sake. I saw that shit, I'm like, are you serious? What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, yeah, okay, you gotta be streaming. Like, this is like the whole fucking I'm going off on a trip thing was like, oh yeah, everyone does that. Like the DJs, they'll like, guy or girl, they'll just be like, yeah, they'll hit on you, and then they'll be like, oh yeah. Oh no, I can't keep it. Actually, I gotta go. I'm going on a trip. Sorry. And then apparently they just don't. It's like get out of jail for code. So like I'm just kind of like, it's fucking over. Freaking fuming. And then the next day happens, or later that night happens, and then another story comes out, and it's her on a plane, and then I'm like, for fuck's sake, I don't know what to think. So my last night out partying would have been the 22nd, 23rd. We spent that time at Womb. My main man, William, is friends with a DJ, and they're also they have a mutual friend that they met through the same DJ. So that mutual friend is actually really good friends with the DJ. DJ is hosting an event, and I mean like hosting. And so he's like, okay, I'm gonna help you celebrate. I'm gonna buy a table, invite my good friend or mutual friend. Mutual friend is my friend. That's what mutual friend means. Retard. Duh. Oh no, when I said mutual friend, I meant mutual friend between him and the DJ, but me and him are technically also mutual friends. I'm confusing myself. Anyways, they're like, oh yeah, bro, let me bring my bro. It's his birthday. They're like, oh sweet, yeah, bring him along. The DJ hosting the event is really good friends with my fucking DJ crush. That's fucking, oh yes, more things to remind me of her. That was fun. Got lots of free alcohol. The food bill at the end of the night was not cheap, but my fat ass can eat a dog. I feel like that's not a lot. Maybe like a full-size pig or something. Like a lot of food is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Why am I talking about food? How did I get to this? I'm so lost. When I was there in that nightclub for that night, though, celebrating mutual friend, DJ friend, blah, 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 blah. Really good friend of DJ girl that I'm crushing on's event thing. I met her, and she had lots of friends. They all have lots of friends with lots of more DJs. Met some more DJs. I became friends with them. Had a chill time. It was actually good fun. Really good fun. Oh yeah, and then there was a stripper pole, and I was dancing on it. I was really, really fucking drunk. So drunk, in fact, that when I was spinning on the pole, I wasn't sure if I was actually spinning or if I was the alcohol. I assumed it was the pole because once I wasn't on the pole, things stopped spinning as just, it wasn't as aggressive, so, fun times. End of the night off, big amount of food. Oh, right, so DJ human, DJ female,
who was throwing the event. Okay, I guess now I'm going to start using DJ girls, now DJ crush. New term. Okay, updated vocabulary, alright. I have to mark that one down. Need to update the legend. Okay, so DJ girl who's throwing the event. She brought a friend with her. I guess lots of friends, but this girl was like a normal girl, just some nurse. Started talking to her. I feel like she was kind of hitting it off with me. And then it's like, low key, I like asked her if she wanted to come out to Osaka. So she's like, have you ever been to Universal Studios? Like, nah, you want to come with me sometime? She's like, yeah. Okay, so I just got like a weird non-committal date that I just kind of had with this fucking one really hot fucking Japanese nurse. Who definitely has a body count of like 300, by the way. Oh my god, that girl is look like you can just you can just tell. Yes, it's like that obvious. It's like, for fuck's sake. What is wrong with me? Why am I chasing after the worst women on planet Earth? I shouldn't say it like that. It's not that they're terrible people. It's just you're not good women. You're fine people. You're great people. Just not good women. Trip back, I spent $50 on snacks for all the people in my apartment because that's like a thing people do in Japan. Now I'm lying here, tired as hell, needing to finish all these projects, all these assignments, all these tasks. I'm just so tired. Sorry, I just genuinely blacked out there. You know what, bro? Just cut this shit out. I'm not even gonna sign off. This is... What is there to say? I got issues, man. Lots of them. I'm too attached to women I can't ever have, and the women I can, I don't seem to want. I only ever chase women who are horrible for me and my desires and my happiness. Only women who will give me heartache and torment, because I hate myself, I suppose, and I want to die. Overall, was it a good birthday? Yeah, objectively it was, but just too many things in mind. Yeah, too many things that need to be resolved that I just... Was it cowardice? I don't even know. The last thing we said to each other was I wished her good luck again. I apologize for the thing and the night, because I was like, yeah, I was being weird. I'm sorry about that. And she just said, happy birthday. Something, I don't know, take care, whatever. And then the last thing she said was, I hope this year is the best, this coming up year is the best year of your life. Which is, thank you. Very, very nice wishful thinking. I appreciate that. I said to her, I'm very grateful, and I'm so happy to have met you, and she responded very positively to that, and by that I mean heart reaction. I'm gonna take a nap now. I have to go drink tonight. Yes, I have to. This will never fill the void inside me, but my life is objectively better with it in it. Fucking hell, what is wrong with me? Such a redundant question. I wish I could just end it all and restart. I want not the scars of my past.